Yo, what is up? We are back. About ready to go through some Thursday night football. Raiders versus the Rams. Um, who knows who'll show up tonight? Um, can both teams lose? That'd be amazing. Um, fuck the Rams. Raiders suck. Like, that's all you need to know. Um, we should be having some people join us tonight, but seems like people double booked and yeah. So I don't know how y'all are doing, but I'm having a blast here, waiting to see who's just gonna flop. Uh, seems like we can have I don't know, a shit show for a game tonight. Um, we got see Ryan's Fitzmagic, bro. That's who I would have asked for instead of Johnson or whatever his name is. I'm not really a fan. I don't know him. I'd rather have like a Fitz Magic if we could, just because he's a gunslinger. He knows he can get the ball down the field. He's not scared of that, and he can hand off like a pro. Raiders getting ready to run out of the tunnel. Oh, I guess Baker Mayfield, there he is. What's their backup quarterback's number? Is it 18? Because he's got his helmet on like he's ready to play. Offensive line's walking out like, oh shit. There is no. The Rams players don't look excited to be there. The Raiders players, they look jacked to be able to play the game, and the LA players are just like, I don't know, just kind of standing there, moving side to side, just like, oh, there's somebody jumping number 5531. They're ready. Good, you got 2 out of 53 ready to rock. 87 ready too. Yeah, everybody else looks like they're going through the motions. Just not what you need. Um, oh, I got a clip I needed to drop. Oh, might have to drop it after this game. There's a clip of the Pat McAfee show. That was great stuff. And they're still waiting to introduce the Rams. Let's see. They got the offensive line in front. That's not how you should be leading your team out. Not with those guys. Not with the not putting your best foot forward. So let's see if we can't put a little background music on. Let's go with the lo-fi. Oh, there we go. Pretty good. So, Rams doing their thing. Not really. I think they're screwed. Like, how to put this? Like, who? Odell Beckham isn't coming back, and Von Miller went somewhere else. So I'm gonna bring somebody to the stage. What? Melissa?
Hi, sorry.
Oh, you're all good. Beto forgot and scheduled a whole show on his channel. I was like, oh, okay.
I
He's
saw
feeling
that,
hella
yeah.
bad. It is what it is. But we're here. We watching this game. I'm guessing he's going to be able to come in from that show and have some insight that him and all the other guys talked about. So that might be nice to hear what they were chewing on about. I have this sneaky suspicion that Hufanga is going to be in trouble this next game. Unless he can just take his intuition and just put it on the back burner. Because if I know anything, Tom Brady is like, yeah, this Hufanga guy is pretty good, but he's just going to know how to psych him out. You know what I mean? And he's maybe not every time, but he's going to get over on him like once or twice, at least. And yeah, that's one thing I'm scared about.
It's possible. I mean, I really don't like that Brady is working the press and the refs already by calling up Bosa and being nice to him.
What? I can barely hear you. What's up?
Brady said that when asked about going up against the Niners defense, Bosa be nice to him.
Oh, but I don't know if I consider that as anything, because
I do, because by definition of that, he's already saying, well, if I get hurt or if I miss time or if I get touched too badly, the Niners defense took it out on me or something like that. Like,
I can see where you're coming from, but like Bosa's known for getting sacks, not for hurting quarterbacks. You know what I mean? He's actually very nice and delicate with them. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. That's why I didn't like what he said, because you know exactly what he's doing. He's working media and the refs before the game starts.
It could be because he just came off of a 3-sack game. You know what I mean? Like that. But I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, it could be that. It could just be, like, how to put this. Andrew Luck, every time he got sacked, he would tell the other, hey, good job, man. Hey, great job. You're doing great out there. And people were like, man, I hated just trashing that guy into the dirt. You know what I mean? But I had to. Maybe he's just trying to be like, Bosa, look, bro, you're gonna get your records somewhere else this year. Don't worry. You don't have to take it out on the old man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he also might know that because he's not as mobile as other quarterbacks. He's seeing other quarterbacks getting eaten up. You know what I mean? And he knows he's less mobile than them. But like I say, it could be he's like. To me, it would have been like if he was. If he said something like, I hope Bosa doesn't go low on me, you know what I mean? Or something to that effect, or work that in somewhere. Then I would be kind of on the same page as you. I'm like, the only time Bosa's low on a quarterback is when he gets pushed to the ground and he's crawling. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's not trying to like hurt you. He's just trying to get you to the ground. He's trying to knock the ball out. He's trying to sack you. He's not trying to end your career. He's not trying to get a penalty. He wants his sack to count. And that's probably why he's, so conscious about what he does even after during the process of getting the sack. You know what I mean? Because he's just thinking, okay, how can I still get this guy to the ground and not be anything close to roughing the passer, or roughing the passer. So I'm also scared of that run D. Well, I'm not scared of it. I just if it stunts the offense enough to where we become zero dimensional, you know what I'm saying? Or essentially one dimensional and all pass. I don't like that. Not with Brock Purdy. Like we shouldn't be holding him to to Tom Brady standards. He's still a backup rookie third string quarterback. You know what I mean? Shows a lot of poise. That doesn't mean he has all the knowledge yet. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just saying, hey, pump the brakes. People are in love with him right now. Holy Jesus.
What? Purdy? You don't like people like Purdy?
No, I'm just saying they're in love with him. And I'm like, you saw, pretty much a game. Let's see what he looks like. He could even look even better this week.
Mm-hmm.
But he also could have a worse outing this week than last. Because, I don't know, it seems like all Kyle QBs, when they first come in, they have a great game. And then it gets tough after that. You know what I mean? Like, remember Mullins, his first game? Oh, everybody was like, oh, he's the second coming of Brett Favre. Not so much the next week. They were also playing the Raiders. Kittle had a great catch that game.
It feels like anybody who wasn't in love with Jimmy Garoppolo this year wanted a spark for how many weeks, and it feels like he brought a spark, and I'm afraid it won't live up, and something will happen, and everybody will blame the quarterback again. But at the end of the day, the quarterback is not the reason why the offensive line is struggling and why these guys are dropping balls or so.
An offensive play call,
but I'm not going to get my hopes up.
And that's why I'm like, don't put the game so much in Brock Purdy's hands if you don't have to. Like, use him effectively as a tool, not as a weapon. You know what I mean? Use him as a tool, not a weapon. The moment you try to start using a third string rookie quarterback as a weapon, he's going to come up short in crucial times. And that's going to mess with his head. Well, I guess, George Kittle brought up something great about him earlier. He'd been to some big games. He played, I guess, 160 games in college, something like that. That seems much, a bit much. Yeah, that's a bit much. Anyway, he played 4 years in college, but he'd been to the big games. He's won some big games. He's also lost some big games. So he knows how to look deep inside and go, oh, we got to get back on this horse. You know what I mean? Because it's hard to have one of those big losses to get back on the horse. And he's done that. And that's one of those mental barriers.
Talking some football. and that's all NFL, Maddie, or just particularly the Niners?
Yeah, I'm pretty much an NFL guy.
Hold on.
I liked all sports growing up, but baseball really
I know, I'm
screwed me
trying to turn it off.
right?
Freaking device is
I
frozen.
never really got over it. I never really got over it. You and me
How do
grinded
I
it,
do this?
but not really. So since then it's been the 49.
It's third down.
Yeah.
Raiders have the ball.
Oh, it's third down already? I got second and 6. So that must mean they don't get very far with this one.
3rd and 5, I think it says.
Yep, they got about 1 yard. Who they run with on second? Jacobs, that guy. Did you see him finish off the Seahawks last week?
Yep.
Was it the Seahawks? No, it was
No, they beat the. Who did they beat? The Chargers. That's who they beat.
Oh no, yeah, it was 2 weeks ago they finished off the Rams or the Seahawks with Jacobs in overtime.
Oh, that drive's over.
Flag on the play, huh?
Yep. I thought they called it on LA, and now it's still first down for them. How's that possible?
Because it's LA was on defense. So penalties on them. Oh yeah, because he's holding them. You get the catch. They decline the
I thought it was
penalty
on the
because
Raiders. Oh well.
Huh?
I thought it was on the Raiders, but either way, it's they're down. Oh, wait, no injury now. This feels like everyone always falls down in like groups of injuries.
Yep.
How's your day so far?
It's going all right. Work was long. No, that's a big boy too. It's not good for the Raiders. Rams now get to mess with a backup offensive lineman. It's never good if the coach is coming out. How's your day going?
God awful.
What's
First,
up?
I said god awful. First,
Oh,
I
no.
found out this morning. My mother had COVID, and now my father has COVID. And then, as of like 20 seconds before signing into this, my brother now has COVID. So I'm the only person that doesn't have it. And I can't even be there for any of them because I'm high risk, so I can't go near them.
Yeah.
So,
Oh man. Well, sorry to hear that. Hope everybody gets better soon.
I don't know. It's crazy. And
And where are you at?
Jersey.
Oh, that's right.
It's been a long, stressful week. That's only gotten worse than today.
Everybody around here is getting like the flu stuff bad. Oh no.
Well, you guys are in California, right?
Oh, I'm in Washington.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess we're kind of used to the cold. We don't like it. We're used to it, but
It's better than being used to the rain.
I don't understand how these people are going out knowing they have this deadly disease, unmasked, and thinking it's okay to just get anyone infected. It's crazy to me. Like, I love all the meetups, but every time I see one, when people are like on top of each other, I also cringe in on the inside because I'm like, how are you all standing on top of each other and none of you is masked up?
Well, in different areas, and the rates and whatnot are totally different. You know what I mean? So some places, like, not necessarily a thing.
Oh gosh, but you could also just be carrying it and not have any symptoms, and then you can give it to someone who's high risk, and then they can get so sick that they have to be hospitalized. So I don't know. Right now, I'm a little emotional about it because everyone has it in my family.
So now the Raiders back
Abdullah,
on the field.
Abdullah just got a first down. A nice little run.
The Raiders, I have a feeling they're just going to have one of their awkward games like they always do. You know what I mean? Like,
I have a sinking feeling we're gonna get a repeat performance of the Cardinals game where they're like up 20 to like nothing, then out of nowhere they just fall asleep and the Rams come back and steal the win.
like I don't know who's more upset about their offense, Niners fans or Raiders fans, because like the Raiders, they like their offense looks great, and then all of a sudden it's just trash. Like it looks like top notch, and then it's just trash. The next, even the next set of downs, like you know what I mean. You get a beautiful long play, a couple good, this and that, and then just trash, and punt. What? How? And, you got the Niners offense. It's just like stagnant most of the time. Where you're like, come on, stop with the field goals already.
Yo, you
Score
know
a
what's
touchdown.
surprising though is everyone told me even before he went out that this defensive line was so great for the Rams. I don't see it. Now I especially don't see it without Aaron Donald.
I heard that about the offensive line too. They were like, our offensive line is this and that. I was like, you just lost your best player and didn't get anybody close to his caliber to make up for him.
Oh, Whitworth?
Yeah.
I'm just so glad he's gone. Not that I thought he was a threat, it's just I couldn't stand another year of Melissa Whitworth and Kelly Stafford trolling Niner fans.
It's not really trolling when you're getting your asses handed to you.
When you're trying to ban an entire fan base from going to the NFC Championship game because your husbands have to be on a silent count, that's a bit trolling.
Well, they weren't. Did they try to get him banned?
Yeah. They tried to say that nobody outside of the LA area could go to the game because they didn't want it to be a sea of red.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. And then the ticket sales didn't happen.
Yep.
And then they're like, wait, what are we doing here? I wonder if the NFL revenue shares, if they're like, hey, you can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, that's our money too. You know what I mean? Because they all the teams in the NFL get money off the tickets.
Yep. Supposedly the owners will share. That's how Snyder got caught.
Yeah. Which, somebody had a great point earlier. They were like, the penalties for the owners is just a slap in the face to all these players. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Jacobs almost had that touchdown.
Do you like those whited out jerseys with the black around the numbers?
I actually think they're better than the other ones, but I wouldn't. Let's just say I wouldn't have stopped at that uniform. You know what I mean? I've been like, yeah, that's cool. Let's see if we can't come up with something better than that. You know what I mean? Like I would have kept trying.
Touchdown.
Like I might have kept it for a season, and then I've been like, let's keep tweaking it. You know what I mean? Like it needs to be tweaked. It might be sick. Some black pants with like a silver like sword going down the side. You know what I mean? Because they're Raiders, they're pirates, they're swashbucklers. You know what I mean? Like, I guess the sword would be more of a buccaneer, but they had I don't know. Still, probably do black pants with that. And I might even do like a chrome helmet.
The best one that I liked this year was the all white Bengals.
Oh no, I like the gold chrome helmet for the Niners. That thing looks sick. I don't know why we got rid of the all blacks.
Oh, I hated those things.
Huh?
I hated those things.
Why?
The matted black with the stop sign red. I cannot stand those jerseys.
Oh, love them.
The ones I miss are the ones from like the early 2000s. The one with the gold trim around the numbers.
Uh-huh.
I love those. Those are my favorites.
Yeah. I don't know. The blacks, I think, are my favorite all time, except for the 94s. They were. It looked like somebody was going out on the cart you know what I mean? Like you look at the group of them standing there wearing those jerseys. It's like, man, somebody's gonna get broke. It looks like somebody gonna get broke this play. These guys want to hurt us. I loved how intimidating they looked. It reminded me of the team from Any Given Sunday, the Jets or whatever they were. Reminded me of that almost. I just wanted it. The all black is sick.
I cannot wait for when Jalen Ramsey is out of the league. That guy only trash talks and doesn't do much else.
He is such a child that I can't wait for his he's gonna throw a tantrum like Antonio Brown, right?
Oh my goodness. You know the funniest part though was when he was on the Raiders and he was feeling himself. He called us what was it? A shirt and shorts kind of a game.
Who said that?
Jalen Ramsey, back when he was a Jacksonville Jaguar in 2017. They were making that playoff run. He called us like a shirt, shorts and hat game or something like that. And ever since then, I can't stand him. And I really can't stand him in like Niner blowouts because you could just see him taking all of the attention away from Niners playing well to him throwing little hissy fits on the sideline or like going after his players on the field, delaying the game. Like, oh, that's just something so annoying about him.
Yep, but his personality is gonna make his meltdown so much better. It's like he's starting to fall off. Okay, he's like 1 to 2 seasons away from not being able to back up anything he says. I'm just putting that out there. And when it comes time and somebody on his team goes, "Hey man, you ain't doing shit out there. How about you shut the fuck up and just fucking do your job?" You know what I mean? Like, instead of complaining about this or that, how about you just shut up and do your job? You know what I mean? Like, because you ain't doing anything else out there. You ain't doing your job. So, just shut the fuck up. And I think that, he's going to have a meltdown. He's going to shit kittens. And I just hope it gets caught on. I hope it's during the game. I hope he melts down on the sideline or on the field. So bad where the refs don't even flag the Rams for it. You know what I mean? Because they're like, bro, obviously he's not on your team anymore, so we can't penalize you.
If that were to happen, and that's a big if, you know what it would remind me of? It reminded me of the Levi's Super Bowl where Cam Newton talked trash for a whole week straight with the media and prime time and everybody else, and then as soon as that Super Bowl happened, he started throwing hissy fits on the field, and he started kicking and screaming and punching his feet and his legs against the ground, and how he just walked right out of his interviews right after the Super Bowl loss.
He's a man child. I mean, the thing that separates him and Kyler, besides height, is actual talent. Well, Kyler has talent. I'm not going to say that. Kyler doesn't do any extra work whatsoever. Like, if you gave Brock Purdy all of Kyler's athletic ability, I mean, we're going to the Super Bowl, because Brock Purdy knows what he's good at and what he's bad at. So a smart person goes deep into the books and goes, okay, so if I'm bad at this and I still want to, be in this job, I'm going to have to figure a way around it. And what he does is he plans. You know what I'm saying? He plans. He goes through all the stuff, he plans that's how he compensates for his lack of arm strength. And, I'm sure Purdy's probably going to, every year get a little bit more percentage on that arm strength. You know what I mean? Because, keep up.
He must have knocked me off.
Oh.
When he starts spinning like that, he's up for trouble.
Oh.
Thankfully, I unplugged everything. I'm running on battery power, because otherwise he'd be knocking every wire over, sticking his paws and everything, hanging on top of all the devices.
And trying to get all the attention.
I love him, but he's a destructo pup.
Oh, yeah.
I can't tell you how many coffee cups he's knocked over, how many game systems he broke.
Remember, my dog chewed 2 controllers. And it wasn't...
He
was
didn't
just
chew. He just knocks and rips and sticks his paws and his nails and everything else on it, or puts weight on the part that's supposed to plug in, so that way the wire breaks or bends.
Sophie was a chewer. She'd chew on the brim of the hat.
Oh my goodness.
Chew on the side. Just on the side. I like this. Just like that.
Just to leave you a mark saying who you belong to.
If you left underwear on the ground, she was chewing the crotch out of it. You know what I mean? She was so she loved the duck toys that squeak?
Yeah.
And a honk? Yeah, she loved those things. It was a Hart's duck. And she would kill the squeaker. And then she would rip out all the flesh, and then just the body, right?
Mm-hmm.
She would sit there and chew it, piece by piece, and eat it. You know what I mean? Shred it into pieces and eat it, to the point where she would walk around with a little piece of the fabric, and that was her toy. She'd just have it hanging out her mouth, and she'd be walking around, and she'd sit down, and she just...
I can't have anything squeaker for this one. He's awful with squeaker toys. He can't figure out how to make it squeak. So he'll literally just start pushing it around and go, and then he'll just start crying and going higher pitched every time. And then
because he can't get it to work.
Yeah. And I remember for the longest time we couldn't figure out what kind of toys to get him, because everything's made in China and that's bad for your dog. And then everything else he would destroy. So if we got him those nice little rope toys, he'd start going right at the middle, and he'd start untying the little twisted parts in the middle that holds the 2 ends together, and then he'd destroy the whole thing. Or if we got him anything with tennis felt on it, he'd start eating all the glue and the felt off of anything. stuffed animals, he go at the seams and then he start pulling out all the stuffing out of pillows and stuff. Like,
I got Sophie.
It got down to the point where we could only buy him those like dental bones or something, because that's the only thing that lasted a while. And frisbees, he loved frisbees.
I bought Sophie it was like a 2-inch rope, you know what I mean, with the knots on the end, and it was for like a 150-pound dog, you know, like it was a big huge thing. Like I was like, yeah,
that's what he did.
I go, yeah, chew through that, and literally within an hour, she had gone strand by strand, her little technique, and she had gone through the whole thing, and she was just sitting there, you know, like, yeah, what? And I was like, bugger. Like, that was $20. I thought you were going to be at that forever.
Well, it didn't help. It didn't help. My brother taught him how to go after one strand after the another, and then he took over. But that was crazy. You could not leave him alone with a toy at all.
Man. Holy Jesus. Like,
nice run around.
I'm sure you're ahead of me, but I was just watching the 2nd and 10 play. Right? Was it 2nd and 10? It might have been 1st and 10. And I don't know how the Rams defense didn't sack Carr on that play, and he was able to get the ball off at the last second.
I think they're just showing up enough where people aren't saying that they're not worthy of their contracts, but this team is not ferocious at all when they're not playing for something.
Yeah.
You ever feel like they're front runners, this squad that they put together? Because it feels like every time they're up for the playoffs, so they could be in playoff contention, they play hard, but when they're not playing at all.
I don't even know who all they have in. Because to me, right now, if I were the Rams, I'm playing all my backups. And it's not like we're going to get a better draft pick by this. It's the reason why I'm doing it is because next year, when everybody starts healthy again, our stable's full of guys who got experience and learned things real time in game that they can think about all through the off season and work on in all the camps and training season and come back and be better. And
see, that makes sense, but a lot of positions the Rams are down to like their 3rd or 4th stringers. So even if they wanted to bench a few people, they couldn't. The question is, are they really going to make Jonathan Wolverton play this whole game with a injured neck?
Yeah, because so I had this epiphany when I realized that he was playing. Because they were like, Baker Mayfield or him, who's playing? And it's like, it's obviously him because he knows the system. It's not like Baker Mayfield came in and was going to be like CMC, you know, an all pro and be like, you know, every waking minute, teach me your system so we can fuck the Chiefs up. You know what I mean? That's what Christian McCaffrey came in, sold out immediately. Like, you got a tough game. You're going to need me. Let's do this shit. You know what I mean? Baker Mayfield, not that guy. Baker's like, yeah, we'll see if I can go. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I can go on Thursday. Who knows? And then he was like, got the book and he's like, just left it over on the thing and just started watching TV. You know what I mean? I don't think he cares.
No, he cares about his commercials and living off of that, but otherwise he does not have a fire to actually play.
I don't,
because if he did, he would have taken the Sam Darnold thing way more seriously and actually showed out as the Carolina Panther quarterback. But he's like, no, I don't really care. I'm ahead of this guy, and
but I don't know. I maybe he's feels jaded right now. I don't know. I think he's a piece of a crap of person, but that piece of crap of person thinks they're a good person and that they deserve things. So maybe he thinks he's not being, getting the good shake of the stick. Going
Well,
to the Rams, there's a really good chance for him. Like a really good chance for him.
No, I agree with you, but it also kind of reminds me of Connie a couple of years ago, where after he didn't get the kind of money he wanted from the Texans, he threw that big hissy fit, and then he bounced around from the Seahawks to the Titans, now to the Browns, and he keeps thinking of himself as that first overall pick, and you've never really lived up to it.
I just think that if I was Baker, I'd be like, okay, let me take some time off. Let me get a good check here. You know what I mean? Like, let me get a good check. I can get a good check as a backup. And Matt Stafford gets injured. There's playmakers on this team, maybe not this season right now because everybody's injured, but there's playmakers on this team who can make me look good. You know what I mean? And as the backup,
their first pick is what, in round 4?
No, I'm not worried about that.
No, I'm just saying, as a Ram, you're going to a team that doesn't have much cap room, doesn't have many players that they can bring in. They don't have a pick till round 4. This is your one golden opportunity. They're the only team that wanted you. So I just don't get it. Fine, the
Niners
first
didn't
or
even put in a waiver
second...
on him.
Nobody did.
The Rams did. Yeah.
Well, I meant aside from the Rams, nobody. And I thought maybe Atlanta would, or the Houston Texans would, or even Baltimore, because now Lamar might be missing 3+ weeks, but I think Baker's shown what he really is.
That shows that every team in the NFL thinks he's toxic and trash.
And a distraction.
Yeah. That's why I said if I was him, I'd sell out immediately to the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
And because I know I'm not getting a mega contract, nobody else obviously wants to give me a chance. So if I want to start anywhere, I need to put in time and put it on tape. Where's the best place to do it? You can look amazing next to who they got in there now. It's like easy pickings, secure your second spot, and you can say, hey, look, I'm a veteran starter. I don't get no $4 million a year. I'm sorry, I'm not getting $4 million a year. You can, get me for 7 to 10, especially, you know what? Tell you what, let's do 12 and just make it 100% guaranteed. Make it count 4. There you go. You got a great job. Yeah.
So who do you think on the Rams? So who do you think on the Rams regrets more not retiring as the Super Bowl champion? McVay or Aaron Donald?
Donald. Aaron Donald. Why isn't he playing tonight?
Supposedly he's injured.
Yeah.
But either way.
What I'm saying is he wouldn't have this injury right now, or this specific injury right now. He could be hurt, doing some stuff at his home or lifting weights. You know what I mean? He could have got a different injury, but he wouldn't be, yeah. You're talking about plays.
I get it when you think you guys are gonna repeat and stuff and all this other stuff, but how many people want to be Gronkowski, where they have to have surgery after surgery and then have correction surgeries on top of correction surgeries, and
that's what I'm saying.
Walk off not as like the top tight end, but as like a whimpering former shell of yourself. Like that's what people are going to remember at the end. That Gronkowski wasn't Gronkowski anymore.
Yeah. Dude, and it was so crazy because he was
Mayfield's
slow.
in.
What?
Mayfield is actually in.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. I just got really excited seeing that.
Oh, yeah. There he is.
First pass is a completed pass.
And they... Holy Jesus. You see how long he's got his ears up to that thing?
Yeah.
Like, what was going down?
It either means that the Raider fans are A, really loud, or B, he can't hear the call.
A. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Baker coming in trying to steal the job already.
Did Baker Mayfield just run for 8 yards? A baseball
don't know.
slide? Wow. I guess he heard you. He's showing some guts right now.
I think Sean McVay was like, yeah, we'll see how he does. And then they were like, he's like, oh, we got to put in Baker.
It's about a 4-yard game. It's 3rd down. Now, how often do you get Niner games up there in Washington?
Last couple weeks I've had to listen to them, but so like obviously when it's on a Sunday night or a Thursday night, if the Seahawks play a morning game and the Seahawks play an afternoon game, I have a chance because they're in the same kind of area, so they'll default in the afternoon to the. But like, if it's an AFC game, I might not see it because the CBS is an idiot. They think we want to watch like the Jets or something like that.
I live up here, and the only good thing about dealing with really whiny, pathetic Jets and Giant fans is usually they're the 1 o'clock games. But the bad part is I get all the crappy 4 o'clock games. Like a couple weeks ago, I got Cardinals versus Chargers, and I think I got the Rams versus the Chiefs. And I didn't want to watch either one of those. And I was like, come on, you can't give me the 4 o'clock with Niners.
I got the NFL app, so I just listened to the game on there. And then immediately I can watch it. I don't know. I think that should have been pass interference.
I don't know. At least Baker got them points.
Oh, did he get a point?
Well, they got a field goal.
They got a field goal. I see that coming in.
You know, it's like only a matter of time before the refs start helping them get calls and stuff.
I don't know.
They're the reigning defending Super Bowl champions. No way they're gonna let them just whimper out the season.
Oh, it's happened before. And if you're gonna rig a game, I don't think you'd rig a prime time one. That's like or like the only game on at all.
I don't know. I still think that primetime game with the Niners and Seahawks in Seattle for the championship game was rigged. No way Coleman should have been screwed out of that interception.
So it's they didn't have like review. That was like that was the play that brought instant right? Wasn't it? Brought the review back.
No, that was the Saints and Rams game a couple of years later.
That was the pass interference calls that brought that, where you could try and overturn those. That there was pass interference on a play.
Maybe. I don't know. All I know is they called it the stupid Navarro Bowman rule, and I remember how much that was like just like a further slap in the face after how he was treated on the cart.
Well, I know
the
they
12s.
I know they stopped playing the injuries over and over and over again like that after that.
Oh, that was so gross.
Like I watched that game in a house full of Seahawks fans, right? And so they were like cheering that, all that stuff happened. They weren't cheering that he got hurt. They were just cheering that, the turn got overturned. And they're watching it going, oh, he's fucked up, right? And like, I'm like, oh, they should just stop turning. They should stop playing that. And like all the Seahawks fans are like, yeah, they should stop playing that. Because they're like,
they played it like 16 times. They played it in fast mode. They put it in slow mode. They put it in like glacial mode. They rewound it. They made you watch it from backwards to forwards to forwards to backwards. It was almost nauseating.
It's almost like he was stripped naked on television. Not to say that he was, you know what I mean, but like he was kind of violated by, you know what I mean? Like he was kind of violated and done wrong.
And then you didn't even have the audacity to show the disgustingness of the Seahawks fans, like in all those multiple reruns. You saw his injury, you saw him having to be put on the cart, but you didn't actually keep showing that the Seattle Seahawks fans are the most disgusting fan base by throwing trash at him.
I just I know that they were like, turn that shit off. They're like, it was so bad, they were like, turn that shit off. You know what I mean? Like, stop it. Because they didn't want to see it. They saw it enough. You know what I mean? Like, that was gruesome. Like, it doesn't matter. You don't want to see anybody go down like that. Well, most people don't. You also have to understand that a lot of Seahawks fans, yeah, they're called the 12s because they became fans in 2012. That's not where it came from, but it's kind of true with a lot of these people. Because I know some that like they got jackets from the 80s. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they've been wearing it since they were shit, and they wear it when they were good. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. It's their team. I know guys that have had Steve Largent jerseys since Steve Largent was playing. You know what I mean? Because that was their favorite player. Steve Largent is. I
respect people like that. Like, I actually respect the original Patriot fans, the ones that like had those like Super Bowl crushers in like the 80s and 90s and stuff. I don't respect the people who just jump on a fan base because they're winning Super Bowls. Those people sicken me.
So, who's that pirate lady? Pirate Raider lady. Anyway, have you ever seen Steve Largent's tackle, fumble recovery?
No.
So, one year, I can't remember who he's playing. I think I want to say it's the Bengals, but don't quote me on that. He gets cracked so hard, he gets put out for the rest of the season, right? Like broken ribs, all this stuff, like just fucking broken. And so like the next year, like 2 years later, they're playing the team again. And and the guy who hit him gets an interception, and he comes over and just clobbers the guy like pancakes, like his mama felt it so hard that he fumbled the interception. And then,
my god, that's
and then
hilarious.
Largent picked it up, and Largent, he wasn't a big guy. He was he was pretty much a short guy, not like a short guy, but compared to everybody else, he was short. 2 foot nothing. He shouldn't have had any reason to be on the field except for the fact that the man was talented at what it did. He could run extremely good routes. He had great hands, and he could get open. And he was great at what he did. And like he was something that one play. I'm telling you, you got to watch it at least once a year. It's so awesome because dude just totally decleated him, just messed him up, and he comes back and just railroads him. Like that's how it should end. That's how the story should end.
I could get the name of the player wrong, but there was this one play a couple years ago, and it's still probably one of my favorite non-Niner plays ever, just because it was against the Seahawks. But it was a Rams-Seahawks game. I think it was like Thursday night. I could be wrong. Where it was the punt return, and the cameras were all on like the left side of the field, and the ball was actually kicked to the right side. And just like out of nowhere, you saw Jackson just run all the way back for a touchdown, and like he was at least around like the 50-yard line before the cameras even switched over, because they had no idea that he was returning the kick.
The Rams are sneaky.
I love that part so much. And Pete Carroll's just like gobsmacked because he had not seen that coming at all.
Right. And Pete Carroll's also one of them guys who do the trick stuff. I never trust the Seahawks to punt.
You mean like Taysom Hill and his little trick plays on 4th down?
I don't know. I just what I see is I heard this quote. I think I might have said it, but it was the guy was talking about buying Tesla stocks.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a billionaire trader, and he said, "I don't buy Tesla stocks, but I don't short Tesla stocks, which means I don't bet against them, right?"
Yeah.
And he's saying, never underestimate a man who overestimates himself. What he's saying is like, yeah, he might fail at some stuff. Oh yeah, because he, gets up, but he also might swing for the heavens and hit that son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you can't bet for him to ever be down, and that's what Pete Carroll is. He gets his. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something like hairs stick up on the back of his neck. He's like, oh, we got to fuck with him right now. What is, I was watching.
He's a thorn in your side. He's never going to go away until he actually goes away. And even then, he'll still haunt your memories.
So, you ever watch Pat McAfee show?
On and off. Less so lately because he's had Aaron Rodgers on, and I hate Green Bay.
So, go back and watch the offensive lineman best plays of the week. Every week he has AQ Shipley on, and AQ Shipley talks about offensive line plays. You know what I mean? Like, so you're seeing a lot of run plays with what they call big gaping holes, and you'll see some pancakes. You know what I mean? There was one pancake one week. Pretty much what he says is like, when you're a guard and the tackle's got his guy and the center's got his guy, and everybody's when you're supposed to be helping the tackle, but the tackle's got his guy, then you look downfield to see where the center and his guy's at, and then you go getting some ribs, right? This guy straight hit him so hard the guy flipped over. But he said this last week one, if you go back and watch that, he's like, called it a trick fuck. So like it's like a trick play. It's like a trick play, but what inside the trick play is something. It's like the main mechanism in the trick play, and he calls that the trick fuck. You know what I mean? Because it tricks you. Now you're fucked. I like that
That's
term.
hilarious.
The trick fuck. Hit him
No
with the old
way.
trick fuck.
Did they really just turn the ball over?
Look, I can see it.
No. It was dead ball. Is it just me or feels like Derek Carr is gonna end up in the NFC next year?
I don't know.
I think McDaniels is gonna be one and done, and they're just gonna blow up the Raiders.
Dude, Davis was so stupid for firing they're getting rid of the interim head coach.
Rich Bisaccia.
Like, the whole team rallied around that dude.
I know.
Like, are you fucking stupid? Like, the team rallies around a dude and they play lights out football for him.
Neat.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
Jed York did the same thing with passing up Fangio and letting Tom Sula take over because Trent Baalke didn't want any competition. So.
Oh my god! And if we get a time machine, we got to start now writing down dates. We'll go back and we'll start slapping people.
Don't let Charles Haley become a cowboy.
Oh,
Don't let Deion Sanders become a cowboy.
No, fuck that guy.
Don't let Jerry Rice become a Raider.
Jerry Rice can become a Raider. Charles Haley, though. That one.
But he needed out of the Bay, right?
Bill Walsh, too.
I don't understand if he needed out of the Bay so much. Why would you let him go to the Cowboys? Who at the time was like your biggest opponent.
Send him to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You know what he would have done over there? Nothing. He would have been their only thing. Oh, man.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think Eric Armstead should be Walter in Man of the Year?
Why not?
Because he hasn't played a lot of this year. Like
it doesn't matter if he played.
I'm not questioning what he does on the field. Now that he's playing inside, I'm not questioning what he does in the community because I know what he does in the community is a huge and important thing. But I feel like this is one of those years where other guys could have gotten their charitable stuff in the community spotlighted, and it feels really irksome to me that nobody else was allowed to bring it on to their own platform.
Oh, hold on. You might be assuming too much. I'm not saying you are, but you might be. Because
it's possible, but I remember all that stuff with Fred Warner doing what he's doing, and I see what he does on the field, and it's supposed to be both. It's supposed to be incredible on the field and off the field. So I wish it could have been somebody else this one year.
But I would say that you could definitely just call them both great on the field, right? And then
Yeah.
essentially use the meter of how much time they spend, how much is donated, all that outside the thing to really put them apart. You know what I'm saying? Because it's on and off the field, but it's talking about what you do in the community and whatnot. So that's the real big thing. If you
Well, that's
if
what
you
I'm
captain
also
on the
saying.
team,
Like, I
that's the
don't
captain on the
think
team.
I don't think anybody else is gonna outdo Arik Armstead for a very long time. Because what he does with the kids and sending them to all the different camps and attending it with them and all this other stuff, like I don't think I've ever heard of a player doing that before. So I understand community-wise why he's being nominated, and I also understand that when he's on the field, the Niners are a much better, solid defense line, especially in the middle. But what I'm saying is, this 1 year where he was injured, I thought that he just might not get nominated, and somebody else might get to shine. Like, I'm not unhappy it's him, but I'm also like a little bummed that it's him.
You don't know. That might be the one thing he definitely tries to get every year, and he might outdo everybody by a lot. And it's like, we can't just not give it to him. You know what I mean? Like,
It was like, it was like the comeback player of the year a couple of years ago. Like, I didn't mind that it went to Alex Smith because what he survived and pulled through, and even though he came back to a really bad football team, like, he still
he ever
got
win it?
his wish. Yeah, he got comeback player of the year.
who?
Alex Smith.
I'm talking about Arik Armstead. Has he ever won Walter Payton
Man-
Man of the Year?
No.
Maybe that's
No.
another reason.
But yeah, so when Alex won it, I thought that should have been the year that Trent Williams won it, because he had just come back from his cancer thing and he had just become a Niner and he had this big dominant season after not like playing football for like 2 years.
Yeah, that one's like, because Alex Smith almost died, and so did, well, you could say so did almost Trent Williams. You know what I mean? So it's.
And then the year before that, I was really pissed off when I was still a fan of Jimmy G. And I thought he should have had the comeback player of the year when he had the ACL tear and he had that
And then
2019
came back and
run.
went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and instead they gave it to Ryan Tannehill, who wasn't even injured. He just was irrelevant, and then he had that run with the Titans. I just think all these awards are so politically driven, like it doesn't even matter what you do. Like last year, Bosa didn't even get one vote for either comeback player of the year or for defensive player of the year.
That was so stupid. That was so stupid. I
Neither award.
at the same time, like,
And he got dissed for Pro Bowl and All Pro.
Yeah.
It's baffling. He had 15 and a half sacks. He had this monster season, and he got like.
he was getting held the whole time
disrespected.
too.
Yep. Looks like Mayfield might be actually finishing off this game now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was going to.
So how bad is
Seems
the
like-
other guy? How bad does the other guy have to be that he's replaced by Baker Mayfield and he's been here longer? That Perkins dude.
Yeah. You can't even run a full offense with Baker Mayfield, probably, and you're doing better. You ain't got no wrinkle plays with no timing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Or maybe they just like were like, Sean, we need you to bite the bullet and just like put in Mayfield so we have something to talk about with your team that's somewhat optimistic.
I don't like Baker Mayfield at all as a person.
There's just some people that rub you the wrong way. You don't have to like them. You just have
Yeah.
to tolerate them.
I don't know, but pretty sure I met other people just like him, and he's a piece of shit. Just saying. Okay. Like, I don't know you, but I know 1,000 people just like you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know you specifically, but I know a lot of people are just like you, and they're all pieces of shit.
Shineki had a huge catch. Yeah, this is gonna be blasphemous to say this, but I actually kind of hope that Shineki would be leading fullback voting and knock Kyle Juszczyk out of the top vote for it.
Yeah, that's blasphemous.
I knew it was blasphemous.
That's blasphemous.
I can't stand that motherfucker.
I know, but still, like, he's a good dude. He said some dumb shit. And he didn't know what he was saying.
Oh, he knew what he was saying.
No, I
Especially
didn't
what
think.
he said after Josh Hawkett got cut for like 50th time because of him. Guy went to Harvard.
my
He's not
God.
stupid.
No, I don't think it was like that. I think he was just being genuine and honest about happy to have his boy back. You know what I mean? And I don't think there's anything wrong with that if you're happy your buddy is back playing under quarterback, you know? And to say something without thinking the gravity of the situation, you know what I mean?
Okay, but that was like, okay, so
which
you can say
normally
that
he's great at.
in the moment in week 2, it was one thing. But then when you double down by like being like crushingly hurt when the backup quarterback gets hurt against Miami, like I don't care if that's your boy or not, like you didn't even show an ounce of emotion when your starting quarterback got hurt. You said it was real Niner football now when he got hurt and done for the year, and he's under like 24 years old. And then your boy gets hurt, and now you're like crying and stuff. Like, come on. Like, you're not like a young kid. Like, you've been in this league for so many years. You were a Raven, now you're a Niner. You've been like part of like organizations where there's a culture and you know the kind of stuff you're supposed to do and not do in front of cameras. Like, that was just cold and cruel.
I'm just saying, like, without knowing what's going on in somebody's head, it can be seen in different ways. You know what I mean? Until you know what's actually behind the thought, you can only.
I still don't like it.
Yes.
I still hope that him and Ross Dwelly and Jimmy G all end up together happily with Mike McGlinchey somewhere, and they leave us alone forevermore.
Oh God, the way he's talking, Lynch is talking about, it's like they're about ready to drop his extension in the next couple of weeks. I think I got that from one of Grant's tweets. Actually, I think I might have said that word for word. Because to me, once I started reading what he was talking about, it was like, yeah, that's what that sounds like. Jesus Christ. I think the media and this and that, oh my God. You think that the fans are that stupid? Like, we don't sit here and watch tape, bruh?
The worst one was like 4 weeks ago when we were still losing, and then Shanahan would come up to the presser and say, "No, Mike had a really good game. I think he played really well." And we could see that Mike McGlinchey wasn't playing really well. Like, they just have their favorites and they defend them no matter how good or bad they are.
Waruna talked with Waruna last night, and he is he's very upset at how some people are just like, yeah, Brock Purdy, yeah, he can run the offense. He's like, motherfuckers, what about Trey? You know what I'm saying? Like you know, Trey could, like, he's pissed. He's like, if Trey goes to another team because the 49ers this and that, he's like, I might just become a fan of whatever team Trey plays for. I was like, hey bro, good thing we named our channel, you know, something other than a 49ers theme. He's like, yes.
I don't know. I believe in Trey. I think this is Trey's team, but at the same time, I am so beyond done with Jimmy Garoppolo that anything besides Garoppolo gives me hope.
Like,
And I was crushed when Trey got hurt, and I'm actually wearing a Trey's hoodie right now.
I actually feel that this year, Jimmy Garoppolo matured more in the season. During the season, like he got better during the season. Now hold on, than he had in all the other 5 years in their off seasons. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying let's stay around, because what annoys me is like now is when you choose to do it.
But see, if he had, then why did his agents and him go to Adam Schefter right away and say that no, he's not done for this season. He can come back in 6 to 8 weeks. Like, he's still playing the same bullshit baby games. He had the pick 8 in Denver, and what he do right afterwards, he blamed it on everyone but himself. Like, just because he doesn't have the turnovers that he used to have doesn't mean that Jimmy Garoppolo isn't the same sorry-ass player that he always has been.
Steve-O chimes in with Trey's future might be determined next game. Well, I don't think that's a thing just yet. You can't just base something off one game. You know what I mean?
The scary thing that you should be worried about is if Brock Purdy plays well enough, maybe someone takes a shot at him next year as their starting quarterback.
I don't.
And then you lose a solid backup.
Well, is he a free agent next year?
I don't think that he is, because he's just signed this 1 year, so this is his rookie year. But I'm saying, like, if he plays well enough, there are teams that will trade you a pick for a quarterback.
Yeah, but you can say no.
But do you
For
really
your
want
contract,
to go
Steve-O
into
said.
it? Yeah, but would you really want to go into a year where you have the Jimmy Garoppolo, Brock Purdy, Trey Lance, and have it all split 3 different ways with people wanting a different guy as the guy?
Well, I don't think Jimmy's coming back. Jimmy's not under contract. And I'm sure the moment another team that is halfway viable says, hey, Jimmy, want to come play for us? He's going to be like, yeah, let me get out of here. Like, I love my guys, but, you know, like, the 49ers need to make a decision, and I'm going to make that decision for them. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I would be in this situation. I would not be like talking about coming back this season at all. I'd be like, oh, sorry guys, sorry. No, I am gonna get better. Then I'm gonna go train to get ready for next season, and Don Yee will be waiting for calls. So peace out, yo. Like, I'll turn in my book now. You know what I mean? That's how I would be. I don't know. I think it's
You see, Solomon Thomas is the Walter Minton Payton of the Year for the Jets.
huh?
Solomon Thomas is the Walter Minton Payton of the Year nomination for the Jets.
Oh wow. Solomon.
He's isn't even playing that much for them. It's just why it's so shocking.
Well, you know what's funny? I remember how there was a big, huge argument, I guess, over Nick Bosa or Quentin Williams, and
I thought it was
between.
Jonathan Allen and Nick Bosa.
Oh, I thought it was Quentin Nelson, not Quentin Nelson, but Quentin Williams from the Jets.
No, I'm
And then
pretty
all
sure
of
it
a
was
sudden you
Allen.
see that, huh?
I'm pretty sure it was Allen. So I remember that was a big topic on Nothing But Niners when I was first watching it. Either way, I'm glad they went Bosa.
Me too. Like, Quentin Williams isn't that good for that spot. You know what I mean? Like, Bosa's paying off every bit of that spot that we used for him. That's the pick. You know what I mean? Like, he will be that dude. Like, and it's funny too, out of everybody, now looking back at it, knowing, you know, who he is, it made perfect sense. Like coming out of college, he was essentially already a defensive end coach. Like, he could coach people on how to be a good defensive end. You know what I mean? He had, you know, day one already had all the skills. You know what I mean? Day one had everything. You know, all he just needed to do, I just need to figure out how you guys play football. You know what I mean? How you guys play football, and then you know, we're good. Because, oh, hey, you need to work your hand scissors a little bit more. No, it's okay. I do that every day, and when I get bored, I do hand scissors. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, that was the funniest thing that came out of this week when they told that story about how if you saw a hand sanitizing machine, he did swim moves on the hand sanitizing machine.
Yeah. So when I was in high school, if you were a defensive lineman, you weren't supposed to go past the corner of a building or a door or anything like that without swim moving in it. You know, that was like the rule. Like, the running backs walked around school with the football in their arm, and you were supposed to try and knock it out. You know what I mean? And they had to run or do whatever if someone knocked it out.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. I just left him alone. You know what I mean? Like, you got enough to worry about in school. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't trying to mess with you. Devontae Adams.
Wouldn't it be hilarious though that he went there for Carr and then Carr gets shipped off?
Yeah.
I think that'd be hilarious.
I don't know why you would ship Carr off. Like,
you got guys like Tiki Barber who think that he should make much more money than he is, and with him being up for a contract, I think he's gonna want to cash in one more time. And I don't know if the Raiders want to learn long term lock him down and pay him.
yeah. I also don't know who's dropping Russell Wilson, Watson, Aaron Rodgers money for Carr. Not to say that there's anything wrong with him, but he's not.
I mean, you still got the Colts. You got the
like
Panthers.
Stafford's a better.
You got
Stafford's
the
a
football
better
team.
name.
You've got a few teams that just don't want to go young for some reason.
I get that. That's funny that the Ravens. Lamar Jackson's out. They're like, nope, no Baker. No Baker. Fuck that. We'll lose with dignity and pride. Oh, hold on, Beto. Let me see if I can't get this thing going. Where I can.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, the Ravens barely got a win against Baker Mayfield.
What up, Beto, my brother? Or
What's
our
up?
brother.
What's up, guys? How you doing, Melissa? Me and my foot in my mouth, bro. I apologize.
You good, bro? Me and Melissa been holding it down.
That's good. It's just I gotta work on it. Really, I'm terrible. This is not just with doing shows. This is my life. My wife's like, yeah. I'm the guy who needs to have the little strings on my fingers. And my wife, did you write it down on your phone on your calendar? I go, I did. Did you look at it? No, it goes, next time you talk to someone and invite someone on your show, and if they show you, what it should have been done is like when they told me I'm available on Thursday at 5, I should have said, hold on. I should have looked at my calendar. Oh, can we do another day? You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, no problem. 5 o'clock. And then I didn't look at your thing into today. And then it said, hey, we're still on for 5 tomorrow. And it said yesterday, right? And I looked at it and I'm like, that means that's today. Oh, darn it. So I'm sorry. I'm a dick.
Good man. Hey,
Not.
But you have Melissa.
My buddy
It
Chris
was an honest
knew
mistake.
my buddy Chris knew a
sorry.
guy who had a box tattooed on his hand with cat food next to it. Like the word cat food. So when he needed cat food, he would just check the box.
My goodness, that's
There you go. I'm telling you, man.
And my buddy Chris was like, I like that idea, but I'm gonna change it. And what he did is he was gonna get 3 lines because he instinctively, like when he goes into the store, he'll write a couple things down on his hand right there. So it's like he just wanted the lines from like a notepad essentially tattooed on his hand so he can write his.
You know what? Let me switch cameras. I'm gonna turn this camera off. It's been on for over an hour. Hold on. Let me switch.
Yeah,
Give this
I'm
one-
surprised
give
my phone's like burning up.
All right, let's see. Here we go. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Is it in the settings? Yeah, there you go. All right. So let me bring it out. Turn it around.
Somehow.
Let me turn this one off. A little rest. So who's winning? I didn't even watch the game.
The Raiders.
13-3. The Raiders are winning.
13-3.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Oh, the Rams have been keeping games close, haven't they?
Baker
Mayfield's
Mayfield.
in.
Is he in?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts of the Niners not getting him?
I'm excited beyond all belief. No, really. I'd rather live and die at this point with Brock Purdy. It would. I don't want that toxic asshole on our team. He will be immediately shunned by everybody on the team because they're real fucking people, and they'll be like, "What is this prissy asshole doing coming in here acting like?"
Both don't like him.
Yeah. Well, not just that, but like they'll look and then like, bro, there's a lot of guys on this team that have more talent than you, and we don't act a 16th of the way you're doing right now. So you need to shut the fuck up or just fucking stay home. I'm telling you, Baker Mayfield would not work on this team real quick. They would just be like, "You're a fake fucker." You know,
Clock's running down.
Jimmy was a real person. Why do you think they loved him? You know what I mean? Because he was just a real dude. You know, he was perfectly fine. You know, cared about people. You know, always. That's not Baker Mayfield. He doesn't want to care about. He doesn't want to know how you're doing.
Yep.
They're going into half. They're letting the clock run out.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's perfect there. He can fit in right with Jalen Ramsey and all the other knuckleheads.
Oh God. Imagine when he has, like a bad, game and throws like a couple interceptions, and Jalen Ramsey is like, "Hey, you suck," and Baker Mayfield's like, "What are you talking about? You don't even have any commercials." And Jalen's like, "Man, that shit don't mean nothing."
Oh, I see why.
I'm telling you. What a putz that guy is. He's like only down by 10 at halftime. He's like, yeah, I think I'm doing great. He looks at the 3 points on the scoreboard and he's like, yeah, I did that. No, the kicker did that. You failed. And he had to come on the field to get some points. That's why, I love it when people are like, "Yeah, but we still got 3 points out of it." So you're giving Jimmy credit for the 3 points when we ran half the time down the field, and every time we threw second down, it was an incompletion, and then he'd get something on third down miraculously. It's not Jimmy's credit.
That's weird. Isn't it supposed to be Thursday Night Football is on
Amazon Prime.
Oh, dummy. It's not them. I'm on Paramount. There you go. Wrong channel. Wrong channel. That's me.
Beto, are you okay?
Yeah, I need to drink more lemon water.
Ah,
I can't. It doesn't work on. And why doesn't it work? I go, duh. It's Prime Video, not Paramount. There we go. Now look at this. Hey.
hey. Now you're cooking with gas.
Uh-oh. Volume. Be quiet. Be quiet. You guys can hear that?
No.
No.
Oh, no? Maybe I'll lower that then. You guys can hear it. I like the music in the background, though. It's cool.
Thank you.
You didn't have that last week, did we?
We did. It was just so low you couldn't hear it.
If I had to ask if you had it, yeah, I probably didn't hear it.
So
I can hear it today. It's nice.
Yeah, I kept it up a little bit. It's good for the dead time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you don't have to just ramble all the time. You can actually take a breath and think about something for a second, and people still got something to hear.
Yep. Can't stand Sean McVay. Shut up.
Yeah, the best part about your background music, I don't have to listen to Sherm and Whitworth and Tony Gonzalez.
I only watched the halftime show for one person and one person only. She is so fine.
Who?
Well, it's Clarissa Thompson.
Oh.
I told my wife I've been in love with her for years. My wife's like, I told my wife, you don't mind me saying it. She goes, you ain't no threat. I'm like, oh, gee, I love you too, babe. She's like, she ain't going to go for you anyway, so.
Yeah, I don't think
it had to do with looks. You have no money in your account.
Yeah, she makes enough money for her own good. You got to be pulling in something close.
Oh, yeah, bro. You got to give her not only looks, smarts. I don't have the looks, I don't have the smarts, or the money, so I'm screwed.
Yeah. Well, as long as you can make them laugh, you got a chance.
True. But my wife's a winner. She chose all three. I still don't know why, but
because she wanted to be the winner.
Maybe 30 years ago, today she's like, not so much.
how about you just shut up and let me drive?
Yeah.
And that's what she, you know what I mean? She's just like, how about, yeah, okay, you're right. I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only bad thing about Baker Mayfield being a Ram now is we can't play him again, and you're supposed to just get like 5 sacks on him.
Oh, that was like one of Bosa's best games ever.
Well, his Fitzpatrick is short. I didn't realize how short he is. He's about the same height. He's a little bit taller than Carissa, and everybody else
Yeah.
is like giants around him.
If you see, oh gosh, like, have you seen pictures with and without the beard?
What,
It's been a while, but I remember watching him without.
That man should never shave his beard.
Really?
Never.
Why is that?
Never ever.
Never. Look it up, Beto.
I will.
I'm telling you.
That bad, huh?
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Well, maybe it's not bad. It's just so much of a drastic change that you wouldn't want to go back to that. You know what I mean? If you go from from finish to start, you're like, no, that's bad.
Okay. The Rams
Like
are bad this year, huh?
Like he doesn't have a real chin. I don't know. It's like
No, they're bad times infinity times bad.
Yep. And the thing is, Matthew Stafford might not be back. I know that a lot of Ram fans are trying to downplay it, like, oh, but whenever you have that type of injury, man, at that age, with a
Which
terrible
one? He has
offensive line.
multiple right now. He has the 2 concussions within 2 weeks of each other. He has the spinal cord injury. He has the elbow injury.
it's a spinal cord injury.
He had a shoulder injury. And his wife is beyond livid right now. Like, did you see the way that she reacted at that first concussion?
Mhm.
And he has a history with back issues and herniated discs and all that other stuff from his time as a
Wait.
Lion.
Wait, what is she? You helped spend the blood money, lady.
The blood money. I
Yeah.
love it.
Well, think about it. Where is he at right now? He's hurt. He's banged up. Like, you know,
Yeah.
he's bruised and he's bleeding. He got the money for that. This is what the money was for.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know why she's tripping.
I don't know. I think all of them would have been happier if they had just all rode off into the sunset this year.
But they're lucky they got. I gotta admit, they're lucky they won that Super Bowl last year, because if they would have not won it, they would have been really screwed going forward. 'Cause I don't think they're going to win another one.
Like,
It-
where was? I was just thinking, like, where was she when he was signing his contract? Why wasn't she like?
She was
Hey.
playing with Sancho.
No, she was just like, there you go, honey. Go you. You're doing great. Go get him. You know what I mean? And it was just like, yeah, do anything to get the money. And then once you get the money, it's like, look, and I'm not saying, you know, everything's okay, but he's playing football. That is something that could definitely happen. It's not, you know, out of the realm of possibility whatsoever, especially playing his position.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Quarterbacks can get concussions because of the big hits that they can get on sacks. You know what I mean? Or running the ball. You know what I mean? So, like, how is she all up in arms? Like, that is totally a part of the territory. And it's not like they were like, oh, here, let's send you to the Wolves. You know, he entered concussion protocol, right? He got out of it, cleared to play the game, right? So what is he supposed to do? Know that he's going to get another concussion this week, and so that he has to stay out this next game? He doesn't know that.
Yep.
He's doing what everybody else does. Once you get a concussion, you wait to get out protocol, then you play.
Yep.
I just wish people would think about things before they go out and say things, because it kind of makes stuff like this makes like NFL wide speaking out about things look silly. At this, they need like stand up for the, get in front of it instead of, yelling about it behind. Get other people together, create a movement, make sure that, players are safe, make sure they have health care forever. You know what I mean? Like get into that part of it. Don't just come in afterwards and critique it after you got all the money and stuff like that, because it wasn't like he was doing anything out of the norm. Yes, he got hurt. What, is he not going to try and play the game? Like, what's the deal? Is he going to retire? Okay, then retire.
Yes, sir.
Like, football's one of those games that if you're not playing with your 100% of your mind in the game, you're going to you just got more potential to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not 100% devoted to the game, you're in trouble. Not saying that's what happened, but if you're going to retire.
Dang, that Applebee's commercial looked good.
Bro, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Ew.
Those mashed potatoes with the steak and the crispy onions on top. Oh.
Yep.
Also, you know what I like at Applebee's? Their quesadilla burger.
Quesadilla burger?
The quesadilla burger. Yeah, I think it's a quesadilla burger.
They have this thing going on. They have this thing going on in Pollo Loco right now. It's for $20. You get a nachos, you get a burrito, you get a taco, and a quesadilla. And man, for two people, $20, and it's one of each. And you think, it's probably small, it's not filling. Man, I'm a big boy, and I just ate the nacho, half a nachos with my wife, and I ate one quesadilla, and I still have my burrito and taco left for later. They're so big. I'm like, the only thing is about everything's made out of chicken there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, can't you put some beef in there? So,
I love that the avocado sauce they got there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that stuff's good.
Yes.
Oh, I'm making me some Chex Mix this weekend.
Some who?
Some Chex Mix.
But
you don't know about Chex Mix?
No, I'm not gonna pretend that I do.
Oh.
Because if you ask me what is it, I'm like, no, I don't.
Chex Mix. You know the Chex cereal?
I think so. I know.
So they take the
Party mix?
right. Well, it's not party. I'm making Chex Mix. So you take the wheat Chex, the corn Chex, and the rice Chex, mix it in with. Sometimes people put Cheerios in there. I put Cheetos in there. I use the Gardetto's bagels, this and that. What you do is you melt down some butter and you put garlic, onion, and Worcestershire sauce and some seasoning salt in there. And then you pour it over the top of it and then you bake it.
Ooh, sounds good.
Yeah. So essentially you're making your own, but so I put a spin on it and I I'll put like chipotle powder in there. I'll double the garlic and the onion in there, so you get a nice, good bowl. So that I double the butter usually, and then because I like them all coated. You know what I mean? I like a good coating. Yeah, I'm a bad boy when it comes to that stuff.
Oh, that sounds good, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I'm watching Baker Mayfield look like an idiot on TV.
Well,
I'm an idiot. I messed with running there.
he's still got to fill things out with these guys. Number 13 sitting there with the ball in his hand like he's going to get back in. He might get back in for a drive or two. Sean McVay's like, I really want to see what he's got for a second now. So how'd your show go? What was probably the best talking point?
It was freestyle. We talked a little bit. I got to know the guests. I think you've seen them before, right? It's called they're from the East Coast.
East
Red and
Coast,
Gold.
Red and Gold.
There's 4 of them.
Gotcha.
So
Ty, Bex, Jeff, and Maddie.
Yeah, Jess, Maddie, Becca, and Ty.
Yep.
Great, great. I had 2 shows today. I had at 1:00 this afternoon. I had he's a Hall of Fame super fan for the Buccaneers. He's like,
oh, wow.
Yeah, he knows the owner. He's like the big time, kind of like a mascot for the Buccaneers. We've been friends for a couple of years, so I invited him on to the show. He came on at 1:00, and then I did all this yesterday. That's why I got caught up on everything. So I had these guys at 5, and then we talked a little bit about the game, but it's mainly about them. We did a little bit of trivia, just freestyle, and then I jumped off and then jumped on here, and I put a big old sticker on my desk because my dumb butt would have. All right, good night, everybody. Turn everything off and go sit on the couch. Probably would, you know what I mean? And in the back of my head, I was supposed to do something after. So a big old sticker right here says, "Idiot, don't forget." I'm like, oh, okay. Talking to myself there. Oh, they got him on the floor. I don't expect him to do much in this first game. That's pretty hard to try to learn that playbook.
I think that's what they're going after him too. They're trying to make sure he doesn't get any time.
Yep.
Well, that and what Chandler Jones just had a good game for the first time last week. So.
Brock looks better than him. I know Brock knows the playbook.
Sorry, I gotta switch devices, so that's why I'm not on video right now. This dog is pushing me off my own damn bed.
What is going on? Like, it seemed like, what happened there? Baker threw it at Williams' feet.
3rd and 19. So, oh, that was a bad. Oh,
It's on the offense.
oh, is it? Oh, yeah. This is funny. Holding up.
Penalty declined.
Yep.
God, what was that face Baker was just making as he walked off the field? That's disturbing.
Oh, the Raiders are 5-7. They won 5 games already. Holy cow! They'll be 6-7. Hey, they might have a chance. No, they don't.
Don't give him false hope.
The Raiders are doing the most Raider thing they can.
No.
Ice Cube's sitting
Oh,
next to Al
okay.
Davis right now.
Huh?
Ice Cube, he's sitting next to Al Davis right now.
He passed away?
No,
No,
Ice Cube is sitting next to Al
the
Davis.
owner.
Al Davis died, bro.
Oh yeah, what's the son's name?
Mark.
Davis.
Mark Davis.
When you said Al Davis, I'm like, Ice Cube passed away? He's not sitting up in the stands, that's for sure. Okay, Mark Davis, got you. Man, they are huddled.
You gotta be kidding me. I literally just moved everything from that end, and now you moved to the end of movie too. I love you, but you are such a dumb son of You guys, can I show you something real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see this or not. You see it?
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
cool.
that's cool.
So, I had mentioned to Bex, right, that
Uh-huh.
I had never had a rally towel before, so she sent me this in the mail the other day.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing a thing on Twitter about that. That's awesome. Shout out to Deb.
No,
Wednesday
Bex,
since
the one that was just on
Crygate.
Beto's show.
Oh, hey, Steve-O just came in the chat and said they on a win streak since Crygate. LOL.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Steve, I put this up if I could right now, but I gotta do weird things to make my phone work right now. So.
Oh, you mean when he was angry crying at the presser?
Yep.
Oh, I don't know.
Car?
Oh yeah. Oh. Mark Davis is an idiot.
Tell me something I don't already know.
Like, you know, I was talking with Melissa earlier, like the Raiders played for their interim head coach, like lights out. Like, why not just keep the man?
Huh?
Give him a better offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator. Put some tools around him. Ask him what he thinks the team needs. You know what I mean? Like,
He probably thought it'd be easier if he got the quote unquote Belichick guru away from Belichick, and he could get the quick, easy solution with Devontae Adams. And
Man, Al Michaels need to retire.
when you try to get that quick solution, it never works out. I mean, look at the Rams. They got their Super Bowl win, but now they're paying for all those fucking picks things that they try to franchise tag.
Yep.
I think some of these guys, they get so old and so disconnected from things that they feel like they're doing us all a service for being in there. Like, oh, those guys don't have the style. Oh, those guys don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Oh, these guys, this and that. Nah, bro, you're regurgitating the same shit from years ago. It's bad. Real one, Chris Collinsworth. That guy needs to go.
Oh, that
Chris
guy's
Collinsworth needs to go.
He's an idiot.
He's
Man.
too howdy doody for me. He's just fucking,
He still hits the Niners for the Super Bowl losses.
and he as well. He should, because they throttled the shit out of him.
Yep.
I don't think
Well, he didn't really
Collinsworth
do
is
much the
ever
second
going
game.
anywhere.
No, and his mom should be ashamed of him. I'm just saying. That sorry ass excuse of his son. He didn't do shit.
Nope.
Just saying. And now he all butthurt, which I get, but that's still that doesn't explain why he's so shitty on other games too that don't have the 49ers in it. You know what I mean?
Okay, so dream scenario: if you could have one commentator or commentator team forever gone and you didn't have to ever hear them again, who would it be?
Whoever's with Collinsworth and Collinsworth.
Beto? You
So
could
ask
have
me
one. You could have one announcer or one announcing team gone forever. You wouldn't have to hear them call a game again. Who would it be?
Oh, that's easy. That's
Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman and that other idiot.
Joe Buck.
Yeah, Joe Buck.
I hate those two.
Easily.
I hate them so much.
But when I watch the game, I watch it on mute because I like to just watch the game and not be distracted by stupid commentary.
I actually started listening to the opposing team's calls because I can't stand Greg Papa.
Oh my god! Yep, that idiot.
Oh
That
my
guy
god.
is so gorgeous.
I had to stop listening to games even if I found them with only his stream voice because if I had to hear one more tasty hasty or one of those other cringy things that he says, I really would have puked all over myself.
And he's another one. He thinks he's doing us a service by acting like a corny son of a bitch.
He actually made me hate Trey Area for a good 3 months straight, the way he would say it.
His voice reminds me of a baseball announcer mixed with a strip joint DJ. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got about as much personality as the strip club DJ.
Dang. Yeah, I hear you. No argument.
Not to throw any strip club DJs under the bus. I'm sorry, gentlemen or ladies. Somebody had to go down with him. Somebody had to go down with him.
Yeah, I hear you. They're terrible. Oh, my back. Go outside and have me take my smoking medicine.
Uh-oh. That's a big injury.
What happened? Oh, you're a little bit. I'm watching it online, so you're watching on TV. You're a little bit ahead of me, Melissa. Oh, I just seen it.
I'm watching it on a Kindle.
Oh, he's up. He's walking around. Oh, you're watching it on Kindle?
Yeah, I had to switch off my TV because my little grumpy poodle was knocking everything over.
Is that what you were talking earlier to your poodle?
Yeah.
Yes. I love him to death. I love him to death, but he's such a pain in the ass.
Well, I wasn't really paying close attention to what you were saying, but I thought you were talking to your boyfriend or somebody. I'm like, dang. She's beat him up.
No. I got enough issues going on right now. I don't need to deal with a obnoxious boyfriend too.
Yeah, I got my wife has a poodle, which is hers, and I got the little chihuahua. It's over there sleeping with her head buried underneath the blanket.
Yeah, I made a post about them a couple of days ago. They're both rescues, but this one, he's such a bed hog, and he's whenever you get comfortable, he has to disrupt it.
Oh, that's how she is. Oh yeah, I'll be uncovered. Sometimes my wife will be like, "Did you just uncover us for your dog?"
Brown dog fumble.
And I'm like, yeah. Don't you do it? So now I have my own blanket. So if I do uncover myself for the dog, my wife doesn't get affected by it. But she's my pride and joy. Our other dog, the poodle was a rescue. We found her. We rescued her. Our other chihuahua, we had to put her to sleep because she was just not doing so good. So we cremated her, and we have her ashes here at the home. Man, I mean, that's not a cheap thing to do, man. It was costly, but it's our dog. We love her, but I'm like, it costs more to cremate an animal than it does a human. You know what I mean? So it's like, but we kept her. So then about 7 days later, my sister-in-law tells my wife, "Hey, this my friend had puppies. Would you care to look at him?" My wife's like, "No," and I'm like, "We should get a companion for Lola, which is a poodle that we found, because now she's without Jasmine." And we went. Let's just go look. Bro, as soon as I walked into that house, this dog here just attached herself to me. She came to me out of the litter, and she was like all over me, and I brought her home. And to this day, she's nowhere, she's everywhere where I'm at. If I'm in my office, she's right here. If I'm in the bedroom, if she can be as comfortable as she is, if I walk outside, she'll get up and follow me. She just has to be by my hip. I'm in the bathroom, she'll be in there looking at me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's like no privacy.
No privacy.
That's the danger with little dogs like that. Once they like lock onto a human, they have that like lap dog syndrome where they just will follow you everywhere.
Oh yeah,
And if it gets really out of control, they get really territorial and they won't let anyone near their human.
She's not.
I said if.
You know her.
We had that with a terrier earlier.
She's very territorial too. She doesn't let my wife come up to me. She doesn't let my poodle come up to me. But she doesn't bite them or anything. What she does is she just comes up and jumps on me and pushes them with her butt. So she's not like tries to bite them.
She's not aggressive, but she's just still reminding them that you're hers.
Yes. She'll jump. And I can't call my poodle at all because she can be very comfortable. And as soon as I call, come here, Lola, the first one that hits me is Cleo, which is, I call her Cleopatra because she has the birthmark like Cleo. Let me show you. See, she'll come.
Call me now for your free reading.
Cleo, come here, mama.
Remember that one?
Come here.
Yes.
Let me
Shout out to Carcast. Hey, who do you think's gonna win this, Carcast?
She's laying down. She's like, yeah. Come here. Yeah. Hey, Carcast, welcome to the channel. What's up, youngster? Steve-O. Come here. Oh, there she is. Come here, girl. Let me show you off. Come here, baby.
Sorry, having issues right now. I can't post your comment, or else I would, Carcast. Shout out, Carcast, everybody. Go subscribe. Oh, it's a cute pup.
Aww.
That's my baby girl. That's my baby. Mwah. I'll be walking with her outside. People look at me. I'm all, bald-headed with tattoos all over my body, and I'm walking a Chihuahua. And people are so cliche. They expect me to walk with a pit bull or a Rottweiler. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, I'm walking with a Chihuahua, or I'll be carrying her. And what really gets him is when I'm like, "Oh, who's your daddy? I love you so much." They're like, okay, that's weird. I don't care.
I guess we're not getting robbed by that guy today.
Nope. Nope. I'll hug you to death. I go, don't get me wrong though. Don't piss me off, but I'm very, I'm the type of person. If I'm having a good time with my dog or anybody, I don't care what, because people are always going to think no matter what about you, positive or negatively. So I can care less what they think about me. What's up, babe? Oh, you want to let me show Lola. Let me show you my poodle one was at the door outside my. You heard? Come here, Lola. My Lola girl.
Aww.
That's my Lola. Hi, Lola. Yep, your same outfit. Same.
Hi, Lola.
Say hi, Lola.
Hi, Lola.
I should get mine then.
She's a rescue.
Oh.
Come on, you.
Look at her doggy. Come here. I want to see you. Well, kind of, because I have this camera on. But look, you're not going to be seen, hombre. Yeah, hold on. Let me do it this way. Hold on. There. I'll put it on my other screen.
Uncle, look. There's a poodle.
Hey, Lola.
This is the most entertaining part of this game, I think. You know what I'm saying? This is the best part of this whole game is just
Oh, right now there's.
seeing the dogs.
Oh, you're talking about the live.
Yeah,
What the?
Yeah,
You're talking about the Raider game.
yeah, it's been the most
Alright,
interesting
go in
part.
the back.
Seeing the puppies.
Go, go, go.
Oh, so today, well, it's not just today, but we have a customer that comes in regularly, and he has a dog named Mongo. Yeah, named after the character from Blazing Saddles,
That's hilarious.
the one that knocks out the horse.
Yeah.
You know, the
Yes.
guy said something. The guy Mongo walks up, knocks the horse out.
I had this 13-pound Yorkie, right? Little
wow,
tiny
okay.
puppy. And both of my dogs are rescues. Day we meet him, they drugged him up at the shelter because they were trying to pawn him off on an unsuspecting family.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't react at all to an earthquake. Screaming, nothing. Like, he was like the calmest, chillest dog ever. And then the day we went and picked him up was the morning Superstorm Sandy hit New Jersey.
Mm.
Like, literally, we pulled into the parking lot and it started raining, and then we pick him up, and he is like this Tasmanian devil screeching hell beast.
Oh,
And
wow.
the funny part is, he is like the biggest cuddler in the world, but he just, everything gets the overreaction. If he's scared of you, if he's excited to play with you, it all gets the same reaction. He just screeches. Like, literally, people will, like, be working in their, like, driveways or their garages. They'll come out running from the back of their houses into the front, like they expect us, like we're beating our dog in front of their house.
Really?
It's that bad.
This is what.
Oh
This
my
is,
gosh.
this is when you know you're tired. I'm trying to get this comment from CarCast to pop up on the screen, and it won't work.
Yeah, because
I just realized. Hello, stupid! You're not hosting it.
yeah,
I was clicking on it, and it wouldn't go on. I'm like, why isn't it going on?
yeah, I can't really.
No,
do
no, no.
that
I'm
right
not saying for you to do it. I was trying to do it. And it
I
wouldn't
know.
work. It's not going to work.
The dogs are better than the lambs. Is that the one you were talking about?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to bring up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't work. I'm like, why isn't it working? Stupid me. Oh, my goodness. I'm telling you. I love
Oh,
this commercial. It's so stupid. The guy gives her a dog, and she whistles, and here goes a big-ass truck. Yeah.
oh, I gotta try Wingstop one of these days.
You got to try like you haven't tried it before, or you got to try it again?
I've never been to Wingstop.
You never had Wingstop?
Never.
What in the world?
Yeah, those sandwiches look really nice though.
You got to try the lemon pepper. Oh, my goodness.
That would definitely be one that I would try.
The lemon pepper, yeah. And then there's spicy one. I forgot the name of it. I love spices. Have you seen the thing that was going on Twitter? I did it. I fell for it. The one where that one chip challenge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I took 2 of those. It makes you I was afraid to fart for a while, but it was hot, but it wasn't as bad. But if somebody can't handle chili, oh yeah, it's fire, but it's nasty. I don't know if you guys tasted it or not, but that chip is nasty.
So there's a gummy bear, like the hottest gummy bear out there. And I was watching Barstool, and they were doing, I can't remember what the section is, but pretty much people got to eat something, and usually it's something bad,
Okay.
but at other times it's like ice cream. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff. So they did this gummy bear, and this one guy ate the gummy bear, and he was like having the hiccups so bad and whatnot. and he's like laying down on this couch, just like, trying to survive. And when he gets up, someone's like, "Hey, did you pee yourself?" And he goes, "This thing's so goddamn hot, I peed myself." You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, it was so hilarious because, who wants to admit they peed on themselves, especially to the world on camera, at Barstool Sports, right? But I don't think that crossed his mind at all because he was still so like reeling from the pain from that gummy bear. Have you ever seen Hot Ones?
Hot Ones, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I love that show.
You get really good answers out of them.
Yeah, when they're sweating, yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes you don't say you don't even talk right because you're just trying to concentrate not to look like a fool, and you're trying to hold it in there. And when it's hot, it's hot.
It's like they think about every word they say,
yep.
Because like they try to say as little, they don't BS around the point because it's like it's gonna be even worse on them if they keep talking. You know what I mean? And so they concentrate and get the whole point out and then go back to, how do I save my life right now?
Yeah,
this
really
game is so friggin' boring. I love defensive games, but I can't get into this game at all.
This isn't even like defensive.
It's just like who's gonna
Bad
make
offense.
a mistake and who's gonna get a 3 and out faster. It's so bad.
Thursday night has been getting bad games, man. I feel bad for Prime. They get all that money to get that Prime channel, and it's like, name me one game that has been good on Thursday night.
Bengals, Miami.
Probably the only one, huh?
I mean, yes, Tua got hurt in that game, but it was still a very interesting game.
They'll have a banger next week, one way or another. It'll be somebody's getting hurt. I'm just saying. Next Thursday, it's Niners Seahawks, so it'll be a banger next week.
Yeah. We'll be
we'll be right here.
Yeah.
We'll be right here next week.
You going to the game, right, Ryan?
Oh, maybe not. That's right. I need to ask Chris. I have a feeling it might not be good
Ryan,
news if I haven't heard right now.
Do you live near the stadium?
Yeah. Not like close, but I can get there. Like, I could probably get there. Oh, it'd take me probably about an hour and a half.
Well, I was just asking because I don't know if you've heard of it, but John Chapman has this thing called the Niners Rush Road Trip, where they host events and they have meetups and trivia and they give away memorabilia and stuff. And because it's a Thursday night game, I think they're hosting it on Wednesday, and this time it's going to be free, so you don't even have to pay to get in to the meetup.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah, I've been to his things.
I thought if you live close by, maybe if you weren't working on that Wednesday, you might want to go out and meet some of them and try to win some memorabilia or something.
Oh, is it during the day?
No, they're usually at night. You'd have to ask John Chapman or Breezy. They probably have the details.
Hey, Melissa, between looking at me and looking at Ryan, who looks taller? I know it's hard to tell when he's sitting down, but who looks taller?
You do?
I do?
Mm-hmm.
How-
I saw that.
Ryan, what are you, 6'4", right?
Yeah.
Now, saying that he's 6'4", who looks taller?
just from the way you guys sit, you do, but that doesn't mean that you actually are taller.
No, I
He's taller.
am. I'm taller. But yeah, I'm 6'5", almost 6'6".
It's just
But,
it's the way you carry yourself, the way you like have like the perfect posture in that chair, and I don't know, you feel like a tall, like really sure of yourself person.
Tall idiot. That's me.
No, I didn't say idiot.
Oh, I did. That's okay. I'll put that
Are
part
you
in.
seeing this graphic right now?
What?
They're talking about the movies. They brought up sad sequels, and they're talking like Jaws 2 and Caddyshack 2. And then they brought up a graphic about the 2021 Rams versus the 2020 22 Rams.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Sad
Well, that was a nice
sequels. Are we just like talking about like really disappointing, awful sequels?
I'm guessing.
Does it have to be a direct
Because
sequel?
Caddyshack 2 was not very good because it wasn't Caddyshack.
Okay, well then I would have to put in the second Matrix movie. That almost like literally ruined the first Matrix movie for me.
You know why I cuss in French? Because it's like wiping my ass with silk.
Ooh,
Else?
you got a flag. Well, at least Mayfield can throw deep.
Well, like, I've noticed like a lot of the most interesting parts of this game have been the penalties or the calling of like a catch or, a fumble.
Yeah, that was pass interference.
Yeah, but did you see the way he slid and made sure to kick up the turf with him to make sure that like he had that soccer type of dive where it's like you have to call the penalty because look, the turf is coming up.
Yep, that cheap. You should have natural grass, so they lose a lot of players in that artificial crap.
That's the other thing that makes like no sense. Like all the teams supposedly bidding on Odell Beckham all have that type of turf that SoFi has, or a similar type of turf that's really dangerous for knees.
Yep, the worst one is the one in Jersey, with the Jets and the
Oh my
Giants.
God.
You guys realize that
don't remind us of
I've
2020.
you guys actually know that I've walked on that field, right?
You walked on that field?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you
Okay,
know how
so-
bad that field is.
Okay, so true story. This year, the Jets and the Giants had 4 picks in the top 10, right? Between the two collective teams. So my dad, my mom had been cranky because we didn't really do anything for her 60th birthday or the 2 previous birthdays because she's March 31st and that's the lockdown, and so all her birthdays leading up, we couldn't do anything special.
Oh, okay.
So he decides we're going to go see the draft at MetLife Stadium. So that's what we did. It was cold as hell out for May. And we got to walk on the field, because they let all the fans have events and do trivia and meet stars from both teams from the past. I kid you not, 2 years later, that field was so hard and unforgiving, and it was cold. I could not understand how people could run on this, let alone play on this, for 8 weeks of the year. Yep. And I have been telling my dad for 2 straight years about what happened with Nick Bosa and everything else and how it was his stadium. He goes, no, you're just whiny Niner fans. He stepped onto it right after I did, and he goes, damn. And he actually apologized under his breath to me because it was just, I kid you not, it was like, you take 5 of the hardest cement fields that you've ever walked on, combine them together, and it's still not as hard and unforgiving as that MetLife field.
That's terrible.
So if it's that bad now, 2 years later,
you can
I
only
shudder
imagine
at
what
the
it
thought
is.
of what it was like when it was first put down.
These
Yeah,
assholes need to start running the ball.
all they do is throw.
But who do the Rams have to run?
Huh?
Yeah,
Who
you're right.
do
That's a
the
good
Rams
point.
have to run? I mean,
No, I'm
is Kim
just
Akers
saying.
even
Like,
healthy enough to run?
What
I'm
happened
just
to
saying.
Jacobs? He's not running tonight.
Yeah, he's running.
Okay.
Jacobs is on the Raiders. We're talking
No,
about
no, no,
the
I know, but
Rams.
but the last series I saw number 35 for the Raiders, not Jacobs, 28.
I just like, it's such a boring game. Nobody's scoring. Everybody just sucks on offense. It's like, just run down the clock at least.
Can you guys hear my birds?
Yep. You know what this is reminding me of? This is reminding me
I
of
can't hear
that
you, birds.
stupid 2018 Super Bowl with McVay going there just to kick a field goal against Brady, and how neither team seemed to want to score any points. This is just as boring.
Shut up, McVay. You know it was he caused that foul. Number 65 hit the Raider guy late, and McVay's looking at him like, what? Can't stand McVay. I'm glad that Kyle kicks his ass every.
Yeah, he missed a field goal.
Did he?
He had one left.
I'm about to look at it right now. That is funny shit. Rams are terrible. Let me send a text to Rudy. You know who Rudy is, right?
Isn't that Ramilia Sports Report?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they
Your
really
Rams-
starting
your
on the
Rams look like
50-yard
that.
line? Wow.
Yeah, it was a 61-yard punt or kick.
Oh my goodness.
What is this, third? And let me, I'm going to make a real quick, a 5-minute appearance on this guy's show, and then I'll jump back in. Is that okay?
Oh, it's gonna be hard. It might be hard to bring it back in, but yeah, sure.
What?
My phone's
bit
not
more.
working. That's why I'm not bringing up people's comments because
Okay.
my phone's not working.
If it's hard, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just tell
Okay.
me, no pendejo, you can't come back, and I'm like, okay. I'll live with
No,
it.
pendejo.
No pendejo, there you go. Let the puto go.
Let the puto left himself. Let himself go.
No shit,
Alright, if you keep cussing out in Spanish, I'm gonna start crying, 'cause that's just gonna get me really emotional about my mom.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What? Okay, I'm gonna ask that question, but not tonight, so that I know not to bring it up again. Porque yo hablo
My
mucho
mom-
español.
My mom is Colombian, and she
Well,
got COVID from a coworker, and now my dad has it from taking care of her, and now my brother has it. So
my goodness, I'm
my
sorry.
entire family has COVID, and I have to stay the hell away from all of them because I'm high
Oh, but your
risk,
mom's
so-
alive.
I don't know what she is right now. All I know is she's been sick all week up there, and I can't get near them. I can't help them. I can't.
Something's
So when
wrong
you
with
say
Jacob's
so,
hand.
the way you say that particular word, you just reminded me of her, and that made me really
I'm sorry.
tear up.
Now I'm really gonna go. I screwed up. See,
You didn't
leave it, to
screw
the,
up.
leave it to the Mexican. Okay, I'll be back.
Oh man. Yeah, my mom was born in Bogota, Colombia. Came here when she was like 2 or 3 years old. So, if she gets unhappy, she usually throws that out. That's like her favorite cuss word.
Oh, what's wrong with Jacob's hand? Wish I could hear right now.
Dude, why are you throwing your hand out at such an odd angle to fucking do a stiff arm? That's like asking for an injury.
Well, he has an injury on his hand, so he might be trying to use it in a
No,
way.
he shoving the hand like this and then turning and twerking his wrist while he's like slamming the guy down and running the opposite direction. Yeah, he's carrying the ball in his left hand. I think there's something seriously wrong with that right hand.
Well, you're taught to move the ball to the outside when you're when you get to the sideline. Don't you have another running back? Take Jacobs out. His hand's busted.
I think if either of these teams had depth, they wouldn't be as bad as they are right now.
No, I wouldn't say that. The Rams, yes. Raiders, no. The fish rots from the head down. So when you got Mark Davis as an owner, I mean, like, every decision that comes from there, like,
Did you hear the report that the only reason why McDaniels hasn't been fired yet is because Davis is so cheap he doesn't want to have to pay 3 head coaches and an interim coach?
Well, I'm not putting him past it, but yet again, this is the man that makes the decisions. He goes out and gives these people these big contracts and this and that, and like nothing can go wrong, and then it goes wrong automatically. That's what I'm saying. The fish rots from the head down. Like, the owner makes bad decisions on getting like a GM or the people in the office, and then they continue to make bad decisions, and then he when they try to make a good decision, gets in the way and tells them no, let's do my idea. You know what I mean? Like, he's one of them, and they need to go. Any owner like that needs to not have a team because they are bad for the league. Straight up bad for the league.
I mean, like Irsay and Jerry Jones. And you know who never gets credit for being like that, but actually is very much like that? The Mara brothers with the Giants.
Oh, oh my God. Yeah, that's one people who need to lose their team. Then you've got Snyder. Snyder's just such a piece of shit. He needs to lose his team and a lot of his money.
But you know what the worst part about that though is? Chris Mara actually runs the scouting department, so all of those awful picks and all that weird shit is all him.
Oh, I got you. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Oh.
And then if that wasn't bad enough, Tish lives like in Europe all year long and only comes over when he's unhappy about ticket sales or his money profits or whatever.
Yeah.
Are they seriously going on it 4th and 1? I guess it makes sense because, I mean, nothing's really happened in this game for over 2 quarters in scoring, so why not take the chance? You know the worst part about this game though is if they win, everyone's gonna say they're in the hunt or they should be a playoff team. And they'll completely forget how bad this team has looked under McDaniels.
It's just because people want the Raiders to win. So like the media, like they've got that. I don't know, they get the special treatment. They're constantly talked about, even though it's like Dallas Cowboys. Like, even when they suck, people are talking about them all the time. Like, why? They suck. Just
Or the Patriots.
well, I understand why you talk about the Patriots. They're still relevant. You know what I mean? You got Bill Belichick there, and people are trying to figure out if he's the one or not. You know what I mean? So I get that.
I don't know. They're just getting hard to watch. It's so bad.
It's like the New York Giants. They shouldn't be getting any type of real.
They just got flexed into They just got flexed into a night game. The Giants.
That's right. I forgot they having a good season, even though they suck. No, it's true though. They suck.
Another injury for the Raiders. Looks ugly.
Oh no.
Hey, do you think Kendrick Bourne's still even on the Patriots? It feels like it's been so long since he got benched. I don't even know if he's still a Patriot anymore.
Oh, did he end up getting benched?
Yeah.
Oh, poor KB.
So who do you think is more likely to move on from their team next season? Zach Wilson or Mac Jones?
Mac Jones.
Because both of those fan bases are livid with their quarterbacks.
I don't know, Mac. I don't know. But if I was the Giants, I would try and get rid of Mac Jones right now. Or you'd say Mac Jones or Danny Jones? Danny Dimes.
Zach Wilson's a Jet, Mac Jones is a Patriot, and Daniel Jones is a Giant.
I don't know what you could do with Zach Wilson. I think I have a feeling that he's going to get another chance, but he might not. It might be like, hey, bro, you still ain't figured out how to get the locker room behind you, so you can't start. You know what I mean? Like,
See, with Zach Wilson, I can see someone trading for him because he has that big arm. And maybe they think that they could roughen out the edges. So I could see someone like the Colts or the Panthers maybe making a trade. Maybe not the Panthers because they already traded for a Jet quarterback and that didn't work out. But I don't see him staying in New York. When your entire team comes in and they're traveling to the game in Mike White t-shirts, that feels like the final nail in the coffin to me.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. Yeah, that's the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, so traveling to the game, they all wore Mike White shirts, and then going into the actual stadium, they all were dressed up like Mighty Ducks.
Dressed up like what?
The Mighty Ducks.
Oh,
that
no.
hockey thing from Disney.
Yeah. Is that really a thing? Jeez, guys. Hello, Beto. You come back in?
I don't see him.
Well, he's in the chat. He's talking in the chat, but he hasn't hopped in back in the stream.
He got 3 points. It's no longer 13-3.
Wow.
So how much do you think Bobby Wagner regrets being a Ram? Because he feels like the only person on defense that tries to do anything.
That's because that's what he's about. He's just that guy. You don't half step anything. He's all balls.
You know, I heard an interesting story, and granted, it did come from my PMES brother, but he said week 1 that it was so personal between Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll that Pete actually had all the willing members of the Legion of Boom flown out to Seattle to be on the Seattle sideline against Russell Wilson.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
That's so Pete Carroll.
And sitting there chewing gum with a smile on his face, like, yeah, I didn't just do this.
"12 more minutes of this nightmare game." Well, there's name I haven't seen all the game. Welcome to the game, Tyler Higbee. Yo, people thought I was crazy when I said Mayfield was going to play this game, but he's played the majority of this game.
Yeah.
But I think they're about to switch back because they're going to save Mayfield for the rest of the season. Things are getting chippy. Okay, is it just me, or is the numbers on the Rams jersey so ugly with the 3 different colors? Like, it's like dark yellow, then it's like that light yellow, and then it's like a white yellow at the bottom.
I don't know. Beto, you come back in, or are you just going to sit in the chat? I guess he's just sitting in the chat. Well, par for the course with the way this game's going.
Hold on real quick, I gotta mute myself.
Yep, no problem. Another flag on the play, of course. God, so much laundry on the field here tonight. Oh my gosh. Defensive player lines up in the neutral zone. Oh my God. This game's going to take all night. Oh, and that guy's just like mugging him. Oh, there's like.
You know, the crazy part is Van Jefferson finally gets a good play, and then it gets called back because there's holding from the offensive line.
Yeah. I guess he didn't line up in the neutral zone. They just showed the part of the snap without him jumping on in there.
First and 20 goes for maybe, 10 yards? By
The
Williams.
flag. What is
Yep.
this? Oh my God. It's been the flag like on the last like 3 plays.
It's every other play now. I feel like I'm almost watching a Cowboy game. There's so many penalties. Yo, if they pull off this win, I don't care what anyone says, the Raiders need to wholesale their entire coaching staff.
Well, almost an all-out blitz. Oh, he comes down with it.
That is not a catch. Ah, that's right. You got caught. You see McVay yelling at Baker Mayfield on the sideline, trying to get him to get the playoff fast enough so it can't be challenged. I don't know, McDaniels. I agree with you. It's not a catch, but I think you're gonna leave it as a catch. So, who do you think has a better game on Sunday? Warner or Greenlaw?
I'm going to say Warner.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just hope that Aaron Banks, whatever funk he's in right now, snaps out of it, because he cannot be in any kind of a funk when he goes to Seattle.
Nope, that is true. But also, like, as long as our defense can get home a little bit, like, and we don't play a soft zone, I think we got a great chance in Seattle.
I'm not saying that we don't have a chance to win or win convincingly. I'm just saying that most of the experience is going to be on defense, you know? And it's not as critical on defense to have it quiet enough to hear. And with a rookie quarterback, practically an entire offensive line that hasn't really had much experience playing in Seattle, I don't know, that part really does worry me.
Looks like it's just you and I for the rest of the game.
It's okay. So even though the ball hit the ground, even though it was incomplete, they're calling it a pass.
Well, if like it's not a trap ball, the ball can touch the ground as long as you've got control of it.
Yeah, but I also think New York was like, please let them keep the ball so that way this game doesn't stay as boring as it is. Baker's reaming at Crosby. That was a stupid penalty.
See, this is the thing. It's
Ball's
also
not even
cold.
hiked yet, and he's already trying to like knock Baker off his ass. Oh my god, you should see how fast he was running, and then he stopped because he knew how bad he screwed up. Oh my goodness.
I'm just seeing that now. I'm like, Crosby was like looking at him like, what did I do
I'm
wrong?
not the only one who came out, right? He looked like a deer in the headlights when he saw the ball hadn't even snapped yet. It's so funny.
Right.
Hey, so I gotta ask you a question. Do you think we go defensive lineman with our first pick in the draft again?
No.
I have a fear we will because we have like no D tackle depth at all.
But so I don't think we're getting people in the 6th round or in the 2nd round for a D tackle. You can find those guys.
I'm not
4th,
saying you
5th,
couldn't
6th.
find them in other rounds. I'm just saying, like, Shanahan always says his thing is he always goes defensive line first.
Yeah.
And Kinlaw, as much as I want him to work out, it seems like his body is gonna impossibly not work. Armstead is older now. He's getting more injuries, so that's going to be a concerning factor. Kevin Givens, whether you like him or not, is a free agent. I don't know how long Ty McGill or Hassan Ridgeway signed here. Ridgeway just got hurt. Like, there's no real depth there at D tackle.
There's a chance that let's see this face, man.
How do you knock over a cameraman and you just look back at him like it's his fault for doing his job and standing on the sidelines and you just run away and don't even help him up? Hey, I just saw Max Crosby have a similar type of chokehold that Bosa usually has to deal with. Okay, that just made me happy. Yeah. Is that Stafford calling out the plays to Baker on the sideline?
I don't know. I don't think Stafford's calling the plays to Baker. He might be calling formations or something to somebody. I don't know. Because the backup quarterback has certain jobs.
Alright, I will give Baker that. Instead of taking a sack on 3rd and 4, he scrambled out long enough to get the ball out. That was not a horrendous play. Yeah, that's kind of stupid, McVay. They called timeout there.
Wow, the Rams might actually score, but will they have enough time to try and tie it up?
Yo, McVay is getting like ultra paranoid with his cameras all on top of him. He's like whisper shouting to Baker while keep putting his play sheet in front of his face so the cameras can't get exactly what he's saying to him.
What's happening now? Timeout? Yep, timeout. Timeout Rams. Of course, you know,
Watch this chat between McVay and Baker. It's hilarious. He's like so paranoid.
Like, who's listening, Joe?
It's the funniest shit ever. Touchdown, Cam Akers.
Oh wow! I love how they put the. So notice how you can get like a half a foot from the first down marker, and they're still going to put it a yard away.
Mm-hmm.
Notice how it's the ball's over his 1 foot, but yet they got it marked on just right on the line to gain.
Don't even remind me of that in the
It's a fumble or a touchdown.
It's a touchdown. The championship game where Debo got the first down and then they repositioned the ball backwards so that way he didn't have first down. I think it was in the Cowboys game. It was the Cowboys game where they put Trent in motion, right?
You mean when they pulled him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they did it in the Green Bay game, and then they did it again in the Dallas game. It's a different play, though.
I don't know. It's just these refs have way too much power, and even when they don't make these weird, ridiculous calls on the field, you have New York calling in and saying, "Dre Greenlaw, you're getting ejected because we want to eject you." So if the Rams get another touchdown, and that's a big if, do you think McVay tries to go for it all and get the 2 points, or does he go into overtime?
What do you mean?
Because the score right now is what?
10-16, 16-10.
Yeah, so.
So if he scores a touchdown, he kicks a field goal to win the game.
My bad. I'm so tired.
Yeah, they'd have to miss the field goal to tie it up. Because I don't think they have enough time to onside kick twice to get a field goal.
I know. I figured. I thought it was 14 points or some other thing, and then it was field goal, so it was 17. Like I said, it's been a long day. And this game is really, really boring.
Yeah.
No offense to you.
No, you're good. I've thought about shutting my own stream down. It's like, what are we even doing here today? This is just
chilling and
Oh.
listening to music.
this was a trick fuck. This was a trick fuck. Oh. Why are you showing all these crappy teams in the commercial? Where's the Niners gear? Half those teams you were showing ain't doing jack.
You know, the crazy part is, if games were shot more the way Amazon shoots these games, they'd actually probably be more fun to watch on TV with all the different camera angles and stuff. But these Thursday night games, I don't know what the hell they did to piss off the gods, but these are so boring. You remember when they were so bad that it was only field goals, where they were begging for any team to score a touchdown and break the curse of just field goals scored in the Thursday games?
It must have been that stupid football Amazon came up with.
McVay's burning his last time out. So you call a timeout, bring your final timeout, and you let them run it almost for your entire first down.
But let's face it here. It's not like we think the Raiders are just going to be able to sustain a drive. You know what I mean?
No. But they're going for it on fourth down.
Oh God! Of course they would.
Wouldn't it be just the Rams luck? You hold them on 3rd and 1, and then you call for 4th and 1. I have to watch part of this game with sound later, because I gotta understand why these players are all holding their helmets.
What do you mean?
Like, this is a Rams home game. Is it really that bad on offense and defense, where each person that's getting relayed the information from the sideline has to cover their head like this and like hold on for dear life as they try to compute what's being told to them?
What kind of helps when you put your hands up like that? It helps the sound go back in your ear instead of being let out the ear holes.
Wow, McDaniels actually chose to do the wise thing. Oh my god, you gotta watch this play with the punter. He's celebrating like he just won the Super Bowl. In 19, you were so stupid. You should have touched the ball when it first bounced. This other guy, 10, is doing the gritty as he watches the ball roll backwards. Oh my goodness. Under 2 minutes, no timeouts. Do you think Baker Mayfield can drive all the way down the field and score?
No. Well, just to be fair, I would say in a week or two, I think he could do it. Because I think if he knows the players and their timing better, he's able to.
I almost want him to. Just because I want everyone to be like, oh, look, see, Baker just needed a good head coach, and now look at him. He's comeback player of the year. He's the guy we all thought he was at the first pick overall. I want it to be everyone in there feels like how people get whenever the Cowboys win after being on a losing streak.
Minute 41.
Oh,
Don't worry,
man.
it'll take like 20 minutes.
Trust me, Baker just got bailed out. McDaniel, stop pouting with your lips, not fish pout. That's really gross.
Maybe that's his thing.
Damn, Baker got eaten up alive.
Oh, that was the bailout you were talking about.
Oh, no way. Is Crosby gonna get in trouble for celebrating?
You mean taunting? Because you
Yeah.
can celebrate, you just can't taunt.
Maybe it's something. I don't know. They have this like huge group sack on Baker, and now there's a flag. They're saying Tillery had unsportsmanlike conduct? What the hell did Tillery do? It was Crosby. Either way, Raiders D-line just gave him another huge penalty to help out Baker. Minute left. No timeouts. Come on, Baker. Prove your medal.
Oh, that's what it was. He knocked the ball out of Stafford's hand.
You mean Baker's hand?
Baker's hand, yeah.
Oh please! Oh please! Oh please! Oh please! Say that the Raiders just bailed him out with 15 seconds left and called a timeout.
Are you kidding? Nick. Oh, I don't have the right. They don't have the right formation.
Oh my god, this game.
This is the dumbest game.
Well, I was right. The Rams came back and they got the touchdown. And the Raiders once again cough up a game. They had the lead in for the majority of the game to an NFC West team.
Fucking.
Oh.
Is it end of regulation?
9 seconds left, but McVay's getting pissed off because everyone's celebrating like they won the Super Bowl again, and it's just mayhem. Really?
Oh, he called it. He called it
McDaniels
timeout.
called another timeout for the extra point. They were about to like run out the play clock and get a penalty in McDaniels' face. Oh my goodness. Please make this kick so this game ends.
Oh. Don't worry, the stream will end at the end of regulation. I am not watching overtime.
And it's
with
over. Thank
Okay,
you,
good.
Jesus.
Well, there's still a
17
couple
to
seconds.
16.
Still a couple seconds left on the clock. You never know. The Raiders might not do anything with it. All right.
Yeah, because Derek Carr's gonna like throw a 90-yard impossible Hail Mary and win the game.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on. Yep. And let me go ahead and try and end this stream here. So appreciate you coming on. Having fun. Watching the game. What a horrible game it is. And yeah. You can jump out whenever you want. I'm gonna try and figure out how to.
See ya.
Take it easy.